Hello Cancer, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for October 7th to the 13th. We're going to get right into your energies. So let's find out what this week has in store for you, Cancer. So let's start with these incoming energies and then we'll get into the tarot cards to get a little bit more detail. So let's please remember that this is a general reading. Take the parts that resonate and leave the rest. And if it is resonating, please drop me a line, leave me a comment. Let me know. It really helps me to connect with your energy. All right, for the beautiful sign Cancer, incoming energies for this beautiful sign. What are the incoming energies? There we go. And let's see if we can get one more. There we do. We got one more. All right, so I'm going to read them, but then we'll get into them after. We've got number 7, community. Number 24, adjacent possibilities. And number 41, 7th chakra. That's your crown chakra. Very much an enlightening time for you. But let's start at the bottom of the deck because this is your current energies, the energies that you are bringing into the reading. So we've got number 29, the world, number 21, strategy, and number 18, anxiety. So when we take a good look at these three energies, feeling a little anxious, maybe feeling a little bit of worry, a little bit of stress, and it could have something to do with a strategy, a plan. You've been trying to cultivate something new in your life. I think you've been really maybe, evaluating things a little bit more and actually starting to really either budget or again, you're really trying to put together a more thorough plan for something that you think is really going to help you to, progress. And again, these plans, I think we're always putting together plans in our life to try and figure out, how to move forward, if it's strategizing about work, new jobs, maybe our finances. It could even be us strategizing about our relationship, the things that we want to change. And again, with the world card number 2029, I think that you're starting to really feel good about the plan that you're doing. It's almost as if you've kind of fine-tuning the plan and you're really starting to release some of that anxiety because again, you feel like you're really making purpose here. You're setting a precedence here and by having a plan to follow, it helps you check things off your list as well, which can release stress. All right, so your incoming energies here is number 7, community. So community, you've got a community of people around you. So some of you could actually be involved with community work. There could be things that you are doing, in work that require more than one person. And it's a people working together in unison to create something. So you could be creating something new. You could have joined a new group of some sort. It could be for a creative endeavor. For some of you very much, it could be that you've decided to join a health club or you've decided to join a knitting club. Of course it can be anything. I don't know why those two things came to my mind, but Cancer, it certainly can be anything that involves a group of people. And again, it's almost like blessings of people around you because again, it's finding commonalities. It's finding something that you enjoy doing and then meeting some really great connections in the process. Now you also got adjacent possibilities, number 24, meaning that there is a lot of opportunities that are really flying in for you right now. And with the adjacent possibilities, you can see that there's a multitude of doors here and they're all open. Even the window is open. Everything is well, I guess they're not all open. We can see that one is closed here. I think this is the door that you're entering. And you're going to enter through this door and you are going to try and figure out which of these doors is the first one, the one that you want to prioritize to open first. So I think there's a lot of things, again, flying in for you right now. So this is going to be a very, I think it's going to be a very action-packed week for you. Plus also too, if we look one card beyond that, we did have action, number 17. So I think that you are really trying to figure out how to release some sense of worry in your life. And you know that the best way to do that is with developing some sort of a plan. Number 41, the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Again, this is your crown chakra. I believe that you are really starting to align things in your life in a nice balanced way. And I think you are your chakras are all going through adjustment periods as well. But when the seventh chakra is in alignment, it really does tell us that everything is starting to align properly. I think you're starting to feel more balanced, and I think that comes with careful planning as well. So I think you're in a planning stage, and now you're ready to take action with that plan because you are ready to start something new, right? The world is really, again, it's kind of like closing that one chapter and ready to start something new. You have a whole new sense of enlightenment, and I think that comes down to really, I think it could have a lot to do with the community of people that you are you're putting yourself out there. I feel like you're really actually putting yourself out there more, and by doing that, it really is opening up more possibilities for you as well. So again, if it is for jobs, you could be, again, really presenting yourself in a beautiful way here, and it's really, again, you're opening up so many connections that it's again, opening more doors for you. So there could be some multiple job opportunities for you. Again, I think even for those of you that aren't really working anymore, maybe you're retired, this community that you have, put yourself in is bringing out a whole new sense of energy for you as well. All right, we're going to get your incoming messages now, and those we're going to do that with 9 cards. So we're going to start with the first row. Start with the first row. We'll get the first 3 cards, but we're going to get all 9 cards first, and then we will talk about them. These two go together. And look at the first energy there. You've got this beautiful energy of the sun. Absolutely lovely. Okay, let's get the second row. Second row, 1. That will be the center of your reading there. And then we've got the last row. And then once we have all these, we will talk about them. Then I'm going to clarify each of them as well. So we get a little bit deeper into what's happening here. All right. Okay, so the center of your reading, we've got the 2 of Swords. So it looks as if you might be kind of going through a period here, or during the course of this week, you might be feeling as if you need some questions answered, so that you can remove the blindfold and make a decision. You feel a little bit of turbulence, and that could have a little bit of to do with that anxiety, because you know that you have to make some sort of a decision. You have to figure out the direction. And until we have clarity and we take off that blindfold, it's really hard to make any decisions. So I think that you are finding that a little bit of a challenge right now, but there looks like a lot of positive energy around you that's really going to give you the details, the information, and knowledge that you need. And we'll find out more when we do the clarifications. So let's start with the first card here to the left, and we've got this beautiful number 19, the sun. Most positive card of the deck. It really is a life force of energy here. So you are feeling extremely positive and motivated. Your energy levels are heightened. You are feeling like you are ready to go here, and it's like your whole attitude towards everything, your whole perception on things, you emotionally, physically, spiritually, you feel like you're going through this awakening, which has a lot to do with that 7th chakra. And because of this enlightenment period that you are going through, Cancer, you are feeling extremely positive. So again, if you've been waiting on making decisions, the sun is going to push you towards a more positive outlook. So a very beautiful energy there. Beside that, we've got number 21, the World. And the World card here is, again, you've got the World twice here. So I really do feel like there's a lot of things in your life, like there's been a lot of loose ends, a lot of things that have almost completed, but they're not quite completed. And you know that you have to kind of, you've got to figure out what it is you need so that you can put that part behind you. And what that does is it allows you to start a new chapter. You're ready for a new chapter. And I think that right now, the reason why you might be struggling a little bit with decisions is because, again, you're trying to close out or close certain loose ends. So again, getting those fine details, you want to get the fine details put on something so that you can release that. And then that allows you to move forward. For some of you, you could be traveling as well. There could be some sort of travel here with the World and with the sun. You could be going to a sunny destination. Now here, Five of Cups and the Magician wanted to come out together. Now, the Five of Cups is a sense of disappointment. It can be, it can be a disappointment with anything. It can be a disappointment with relationships, people in your life. It can be disappointment with your finances, family members. Again, it's going to resonate differently with each of you. So, again, you're trying to, right now, I think you're going through a period where you're just going through an emotional adjustment. And right now you can only focus on the spilled cups, even though there's so much hope here, because behind you are two cups that are full. Sometimes it's just a time period that we need to go through where we need to get our feelings out, we need to communicate our feelings, and we need to deal with them. And once we deal with them, then we feel like we're more empowered. I think you are going through an empowering time right now with your emotions. With the Magician here, it is a magical time, and you do have all the tools that you need in order to help you get through whatever this emotional period is for you. You are able to, again, positively, because of that sun energy, manifest things in your life. If there are certain outcomes that you want in your life, you actually are very powerful. You wear this red cloak that shows that you have a lot of internal strength. And you are a very caring, compassionate, empathetic person. So, you do take, your emotions are very important to you, and you do protect your emotions, and you do protect the emotions of other people, especially ones that are in your close community. I think that you are manifesting things in your life right now to bring more joy and happiness. There is a situation that you are trying to release, hence why you got the World twice. That might have been something that was a little disappointing or sad to you, and you are really trying to manifest closure to that. And this is going to be a good week for doing that. Now, the second row here, we have the Six of Wands, which is, of course, a sense of victory here. So again, feeling a very positive attitude towards a victory, an accomplishment, something that you've been really working hard towards. And again, it could have something to do with this plan, this strategy, this whole new cycle that you're trying to embark on requires a plan. And now you're feeling like you're really moving closer to feeling a sense of achievement with that. So a lot of victory with that card as well. As we discussed in the beginning with the Two of Swords, you are a little bit at a crossroads, and you're finding it a bit of a challenge because you really are still requiring some sort of information so that you can pull off that blindfold. These Two of Swords aren't going to be so heavy once you can pull that blindfold off. And, the water behind you is a little bit rapid, meaning there is a little bit of emotional discontent. But again, it's only because you aren't seeing things clearly yet. And I think that you will get the clarity that you need. We'll find out once we start to clarify the cards. We've got this Two of Cups here. So for some of you, this could be a relationship that you're in. It doesn't necessarily have to be love, but it can be. It could be business partners. It could be friendships, family members. It could be your connection to spirit. And the Two of Cups really is, kind of opposite energies that get along really well. You complement each other. There is a sense of loyalty, trust, and love here. And it's almost like a soulmate type of energy. You can share things with this person and you feel a comfort level. So there is a victory here, but there could be some sort of decision that you're waiting on that comes from a partner. Maybe you're waiting on some information from a partner as well that is going to help clear things up. But it looks as if you are going to accomplish that in a nice way as well. The last row here, we have the Queen of Wands, very much fiery energy. There is no gender with any of these cards, but the Queen of Wands, being fiery energy, can represent Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries energy, if that means anything to any of you Cancer. For some of you Cancer, you really could be feeling really in your element right now. With the Queen of Wands, I feel like it is very much Leo energy. We can see that she's holding that beautiful sunflower right here. And she feels very positive about the decisions she's making. She's confident and determined to, meet the challenges with a sense of again, a sense of positive attitude. You have a way about you that attracts people to you. So I think right now this community of people are attracted to your beautiful personality and the warmth of your personality. You also have this kind of go-getter spirit in you right now because you really want to accomplish things. You don't want to let your emotions get in the way, or if there is a lack of clarity, you don't want that to stand in your way of getting to the finish line, because closing out certain things in your life at this time is really important to you, and it is going to require a certain amount of strength on your part. But I believe that you are adopting this type of personality within yourself to, it's almost like a new trait to really, again, push forward in a very positive direction, because again, there's a lot of victory here. So you are going to be accomplishing something and you're going to feel very good about yourself. I think you're going to feel a sense of self-satisfaction and a lot of confidence. Now, beside that Queen of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is new beginnings with an emotional fulfillment. So even though we have some sadness that you're trying to deal with, I think you're very empowered at this time to push towards finding what fills those gaps, what makes you happy. And if what makes you happy is being in a community that surrounds you with positive energies, that is definitely what you are going to start to do. And I really do see that you might be involving yourself in something new, whether it's a new activity or whether it's a new health regime. It's something though that, it could be a new spiritual group. You could even be like joining a book club. I don't know why a book club came up. I really feel like you're exploring things to a new level. And this is why you are opening new possibilities. These adjacent possibilities and doors are opening because you are opening yourself up to new people in your life. So a lovely, beautiful circle of people around you. I think you've been maybe a little bit indecisive about joining new groups, because we all have that fear of meeting new people. But I feel like it's something that's going to really bring a lot of victory and happiness to you. Something that you didn't expect is actually going to turn into something that's really prosperous for you. The Nine of Wands is feeling that sense of challenge, but you set boundaries where need be to protect yourself. And again, sometimes we have to protect ourselves and our feelings. But I think you're very empowered to do that. No matter what challenges come your way, you have a lot of strength. You have a lot of conviction. You don't really let anything stand in the way of what your desired outcome is. So if you initially know what it is you want, you aren't going to back down. You will do what you need to protect yourself and protect those around you. All right, let's get your clarifying cards. We're going to start with the Sun. Let's find out what goes with this beautiful energy of the Sun for you, Cancer. And you got the Nine of Wands again. So there is something that you feel challenged with, and it could be the fact that you're trying to find a great sense of happiness, and you're really trying to get yourself motivated and to get moving in a positive direction. But sometimes you feel like there's always something that kind of stands in your way, and you're trying to figure out how to release that. So there could be something you're finding challenging, but again, you are very strong. You're not going to let it block you from what it is you want to achieve. Let's see what the World here is, what that World card is. And with the World, you got the Three of Cups. Beautiful. So see, another community of people here. 3 people joining together to celebrate something, an invitation of something. You really could be opening up yourself to travel. Again, I think there is going to be an invitation or a celebration of some sort. I think it's almost as if, for some of you, it could be that you're ending a certain cycle in your life and you're ready to move on to something more positive, but you're finding it a challenge because you got to leave something behind. But because you're closing out this chapter, there is a celebration. So again, it could be that you are retiring, or you are leaving a job and moving to something else because there's new possibilities opening for you. There's a new door that's opening. And, that sometimes is challenging because we're moving on to that next phase of our life. I feel like that's what's kind of happening here. With the 2 Nine of Wands here, you are ready to embark on something new, and you're finding it challenging to adjust to this new venture. So let's find out with the 5 of Cups and the Magician. But there is definitely a celebration here because I think you, again, a lot of beautiful supportive connections are around you at this time. You're meeting some really nice people. 5 of Pentacles, again, I think that you have been going through a trying time where you may have been feeling a little bit left out in the cold or a little bit alone. I think that I think the challenge for you might be that, you are trying to change your circle around you, new connections again, and that is your challenge. The Five of Pentacles, you still have a sense of protection here, but you are feeling a little bit alone. And with those adjustments that you have to make, I think you really are feeling that it's time to start thinking of your intentions in a more positive way. It's not always easy to do, especially when we feel a little bit emotionally distant, and I think that might be more what's happening right now. But you are actually in a very powerful position right now, and you have a lot of magic within you. And that magic within you is what's going to help release what is really making you feel like you're, maybe alone, or you're having to make decisions on your own. And again, when we have to do that, sometimes that, we focus more on the sadness. But there is a breakthrough here for you. There is a breakthrough, and there is a new beginning here for you. You are going to feel a sense of victory here. So I think the victory is going to be a personal victory for you. A personal victory in the sense that you are really going through these adjustments in life miraculously. And the sun energy is trying to keep you grounded in a positive way. The Queen of Pentacles, again, for some of you, feeling a great sense of victory because the plans and strategies that you've been working towards are really helping you build a much more solid and strong base in your life. It's like you're really strengthening what your strong foundation is. You're working very hard towards something here. And again, with this being earth energy, almost like Virgo energy, Virgos do like to plan. They do like to strategize. They like to follow a regime. And, I think you're going to feel that you are able to check off certain parts of your list and be able to put closure to them. It's almost like a checklist for life. Like, I've got to pay all these bills. I need to get myself out of this debt. I need to repair this relationship, or I need to strengthen my spiritual and my faith. So whatever it is, that is circulating around you, you're feeling a great sense of victory because I think the plans and strategies that you're putting together are actually bringing you that much closer to reaching the finish line, to reaching that goal of feeling complete stability. So let's find out with this Two of Swords and why we've got this Two of Swords in the center of your reading. There we go. And you got the Three of Swords. So for some of you, the sadness is because you have had to let something go. And you are in the healing phase, and it's really hard for you, and you know that you have to make some decisions. And even though it's very difficult for you to do that, when we are hurt by something in our life, whether it's relationships or whether it is something to do with work, it makes it very hard and makes it very challenging for us to move on. I think you're trying very hard to stay as positive as you can, but there's still a lot of healing that's going on for you right now, Cancer. Let's find out with this Two of Cups. So there could be, for some of you, there could be a relationship of some sort that has ended. You're trying to find the strength to move forward. And you will. You will. You're manifesting things in a more positive way for yourself. You are trying to let the emotional parts of this, the parts that are stressful for you, the anxiety that is being held, you are trying to release that. With the Moon card, number 18, and the Two of Cups, this can be your intuition. And again, Cancer, this is somewhat your card here. So again, it really is showing up in your reading and showing strength in your reading. You have a lot of heightened intuition. I think you do follow your emotions. I think your emotions really do help guide you. You have signs. There are signs continuously being given to you to help you to make decisions, to help you heal certain situations in your life. I think you are going through a little bit of a challenge right now, and your main goal is to try and stay positive, but to get some closure. And it might be the week where that is what you're focusing on. This could be your fears and insecurities. It is the fear of the unknown. And, sometimes we don't always know, because we don't know what happens in the future. It sometimes can be those things that play on our emotions as well. I think you are really trying to deal with things in a positive way, though. I think that you are being, I think you have a whole new, I think there is a whole new enlightenment period happening here for you. And in the midst of a change, there are going to be adjustments. And those adjustments are you really, again, trying to emotionally get your strength back. So there is a lot of healing here. Queen of Wands, you don't give up. You stay determined no matter what. No matter what, you have to be that way. You feel that this is something that's very important right now. And if you stay true to yourself, you know that there is nothing that you can't handle. You have an incredible amount of strength. And you have a supportive system around you. There is a support system around you. And the Two of Chalices. So you got the Two of Cups again. And I believe that there really is, for some of you, you could be, there could be a relationship ending, but there's another one beginning. And it's beginning in a much healthier way. You're leaving behind some part of a partnership that kind of left you feeling out in the cold. It left you feeling lonely. But there is something new that is actually coming out of all of this. And I think it has a lot to do with the community of people that you have around you. There is a celebration here and doors are opening because you are meeting new people, people that are actually going to be more in line with your belief system and the things that you enjoy doing. You could be meeting somebody through a new activity or a new group that you've joined. Ace of Cups, because that's a whole new way of looking at life from an emotional perspective. I think that you are feeling overjoyed with love here, even though you are trying to put behind you something that broke your heart. And I think this week is the healing period and then putting closure to that, putting closure to whatever that situation was. And then you've got Justice. So beautiful. So number 11, Justice, Libra energy. We are in Libra season. So I really feel that this, if there is a new connection in your life, it could be romantic. It might be just friends right now. But it's something that's very balanced. It's something that's very fair. And I don't know if you've really felt that in your life before. This is like a whole new feeling, a whole new friendship or relationship that is bringing you so much more peace and harmony. And I think that is, that is what's helping things align for you nicely. There is definitely decisions that you will have to make about letting go of something from the past or something that has hurt you. And you are going to feel a breakthrough here, because you are putting closure to something. Again, that world is putting closure to it, and the Three of Chalices is this celebration. Lots of balance and fairness and justice here for you. And the Nine of Wands and the Nine of... so you got the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. You got 3 nines in your reading. So 999 is a very impactful number for you. It's your worry, it's your anxiety, it's your stress. You know, again, I think that I think you are going through something that's very challenging right now. I think that challenge is something to do with a relationship of some sort or a partnership of some sort, whether it be platonic, love, or a work-related. You are on the healing end of it. Even though it's challenging, you're standing your ground. You are trying to maintain a positive attitude. And you're trying to release the fears that you fear. And I think the fears really start to surface more at nighttime. It could almost really be fears of of your subconscious, so fears of the unknown. But you are ready to manifest a new reality for yourself, and you are ready to leave behind those parts of your life that have left you feeling alone and sad. And you are meeting new connections and new people in your life. It could be just that this week, it could be just that initial meeting of somebody who you really start to gel nicely with and you really enjoy conversation with, and you know, you feel like they're a very balanced person. They could be of Libra energy. I'm seeing swords here, so I'm thinking it could be Libra, could be Gemini, could be Aquarius, could be an air sign. But definitely it's somebody who you are feeling, it's like things are just easy. You know, there doesn't have to be all of this struggle. It's just easy, and that's really actually a very nice place to be in at your life at this time in your life as well. All right, let's get your spirit messages here. Let's find out, Cancer, what those spirit messages are. I've got one there. Well, you've got a few here. So let's find out. So the first one is, of course, look at that. Moon maybe. It's your intuition. And we talked about your intuition with the moon card. I think that it is heightened. I think that you can sense people's energy. So again, if you are in a community-based group or you are, really opening the doors to meeting new people in your life, your intuition tells you right away. You feel their aura, you feel their energy. It says for you to take a breath. Take a breath because you are going through a period where you are healing here. And this is saying, there's no timeline here. You don't have to rush and do anything. Take a step back, take a deep breath, and, try and keep as positive as you possibly can as you circulate through the changes that are going on this week. And then it says, drawing down the moon, knowledge. I think there's a lot of knowledge. I think you have a lot of knowledge. I think a lot of information. And again, that knowledge is what helps you to make a decision. I truly believe that you will make a decision this week within the midst of this week. You are going to get the knowledge that you need. And it's going to be that breakthrough that finally allows you to put closure to something that you've been waiting a long time to do. I think you've been waiting quite a time to do this. All right, let's get your fairy message. Let's find out what your fairy message is for you, Cancer. Spirit angels, guides. They want you to have two. They want you to know that there are transformations taking place in your life right now. So this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. So even though in the midst of all of this and the challenges, this all happens for your highest good, you are gaining so much knowledge now, not about just situations, but about people and about yourself. And I think you're seeing things so much clearer. Embrace this transformation because the best is yet to come. This is just the groundwork that needs to be done, but there's so much more in store for you. And they want you to have magical blessings. So whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. And I think that does come down to this. I think there is a new connection that is opening up for you that is actually bringing you a greater sense of positivity. You're leaving behind something that was bringing you down. But this other connection is somebody or something that is really producing a lot of happiness. Nice to see the happiness here. All right, let's close out your reading. Cancer. Oops. Okay, you got 8888, personal power. That one fell out. I'm going to leave it. We're going to read it. I'm going to go through the deck just in case there's another message for you. Please also keep in mind 9, 9, and 9. It was that number that they wanted you to have. And they want you to know that you do have personal power right now. Material and spiritual abundance. And that comes along with that number 41, 7th chakra. Life, okay, so it says all that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Lots of doors opening for you. Angels are sending the number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. And that number is 8888. So watch out for that. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. And this has a lot to do with that magician. You have a lot of personal power right now, and that's why that magician has showed up. You have emotional power and emotional strength. You have physical strength. You have healing strength. So remember, there's a lot of balance in this 8888, a lot of confidence, and it says epic romance. So for some of you, you could be on the brink of meeting somebody who is really, really complimenting your life in a very positive way. Beautiful, beautiful surroundings for you. Even though there is some challenges, I think that you have the strength to get through them, and it's actually going to be a conclusion that you've been really planning towards for a long time. You've known that you've had to do this. Thank you so much, Cancer, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I know that there was some very specific messages in your reading this week. Please comment. Let me know if any of them resonate with you. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, sending you love, light, and positive vibes.